Thank you for listening to Lone Star Community Radio. This program was broadcasted and recorded live from the LSCR studios in downtown Conroe, Texas. Lone Star Community Radio is supported by listeners like you. Donate and sponsor today. For more information on getting involved with Lone Star Community Radio, contact us at lscrstudios@gmail.com or visit us online at www.irlonestar.com.
Welcome to the Texas Ticket. It's Armando, Nino, and I'm with Gina Magali Rodriguez.
Gracias. A la orden with One Property Group.
With One Property Group, sure. And with Texas Ticket today.
Of course,
as
always.
Our anchor person, co-anchor.
La co-host.
La co-host. Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's a very special weekend, Mother's Day. Coming up.
It is.
It's this Sunday, right?
It's this Sunday. I'm so excited to be with my babies.
Awesome. That's awesome. Tell me about the kiddos.
18, 19, 20. Empty nester this summer.
Those are all grown men,
Super
huh?
excited. No, two girls two
Grown
boys
women.
and a girl.
Two grown men, one grown woman. Almost.
Yes,
Pretty
almost.
much. Getting close, yeah.
Really excited just because I'd like to spend that one-on-one time with them and reflect and bring back the originality of, hey, don't forget who's your mama.
Oh, wow. Well, let us not. For all the mothers that have passed, let's just give a moment here. Mother's not with us. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy
Mothers all
Mother's
over
Day.
the world.
Definitely.
Happy Mother's Day. All right.
Always.
Well, there's the moment.
Yes,
that
that was,
moment's
yeah.
in there.
Very
And
nice.
not that Mother's Day is past, and we're trying to make short of that. Not at all. As a matter of fact,
coming up, yeah.
there'll be a lot more of that, and there's going to be some festivities and whatnot. We're going to talk about that here on today's show.
Yes.
But we're also going to bring in a local entrepreneur, mother, business person, Ari, and she's the owner of Blended Bistro coffee bar. Blended
nice.
Bistro and coffee bar.
Yes.
Right here in Conroe, as well as she does Republic Grand Ranch, does their benefits, and I think regular service out there from time to time. We'll check in about that. But more importantly,
Nice.
she's going to tell us about the Woodlands Waterway market days they have down there.
Okay.
And just kind
Very
of
well.
from a vendor perspective. And I think we're going to ask some of those questions, I hope, and get some insights on what goes on down there, because I don't really make it out to that very often, but
I
I'd like
love
to.
the Woodlands Waterway. Love
It's beautiful,
it.
yeah.
It's beautiful.
And when I do go, that's when I saw Level 1 band who played a couple of days ago. The first time I saw the Level 1 band, they were doing a summer concert series out there on the waterway, and we were just so happened to be walked by. I think we were Cyclone Anaya or something like that. And we
Love that place.
And we went right over, and
Right.
there they were. Like immediately, I was like, dinner and a show. This is great, and sure enough, concert right there in the
great,
park,
yeah.
and it was fantastic. And they were also at Bernhardt.
Winery?
I think
Bernhardt
the
Winery?
12th. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Maybe tonight or Saturday night.
One of those.
Yeah, something like that. Either tonight or tomorrow night, they'll be at Bernhardt Winery Level 1. You can find that at bernhardtwinery.com, and all the
Yes.
details there. Level 1, it's a Michael Jackson tribute band.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I love that place.
Yeah, and I know they're doing some other Mother's Day stuff, as well as a lot of brunches in the area and a lot of other things like that.
Yes, a lot going on for Mother's Day.
Are you
Hats
going
off
to-
to all our
are you going
Mother's
to
Day
eat?
out there. Of course.
Where are you going?
Brunch, Galveston,
Sunday?
Hotel
You're going
Galvez.
to Galveston for
Come
Mother's
on,
Day?
that's where my parents are. Of course.
Oh,
I was
yeah, I
born
guess.
and raised in Galveston. You know I have to go to Hotel
Your
Galvez.
mother's still with us.
Yes.
Lucky
yes.
you.
Super excited.
So
I'll
you're
have to send pinks.
You're taking her to the Galvez.
Hotel Galvez, yes.
Lucky you. That place is fantastic.
One of the best brunches, yes.
I could sit at the table behind you or something. Pretend like we don't know each
I'll
other.
just send you pics of all the food that I'm eating. Just to
Oh my
tease
God!
you.
I think that's Armando over there. Wow, he's pretending like he doesn't know me. Great.
You're gonna be there, like,
I
right?
walk
A
by,
surprise visit,
just
a surprise visit.
no visit. You just see me, and I make sure you do. As I pass by.
With a plate, lobster,
With a plate,
shrimp,
it's
fish.
stacked.
Oh my gosh!
Look at him go. He's pretending like he doesn't know me. He told me he was going to do this. I didn't believe him. Yeah,
I'm embarrassed, but
Something like that. Yeah.
Yes, if you can make it, great, because it's one of a kind. It
Well,
really is.
speaking of one of a kind, let's get this show started.
All right.
And to help celebrate Mother's Day, and we have Ari from
Ari.
Venezuelan expert.
Venezolana.
Venezuelana. Welcome, Ari. Welcome to the show. Glad you could make it.
All
over.
right. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Man, I've already sipping on some coffee. We were told we should have waited a little bit, and I've got the sweeter one. What is this?
Tres leches.
Tres leches. Oh my gosh! Got the little leaf in there, and it tastes like candy. What do you got over there?
What did I get? I got a surprise one too.
He's supposed to taste like cake. Does it
Pastelito.
taste like a cake?
It's
Pastelito.
fantastic.
Which one's this one?
That is a cocosete. Coconut and dulce de leche. That's our signature.
Oh my God, the coconut. I can taste the coconut in this one. Está bien sabroso. It's so, so good. I really
Okay, so you
like
do
mine.
coffee and food, right? Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
you did. So we just got the nice midday coffee grind action going here. Yeah. Wow.
Qué rico. Kudos, because I really like it.
I'm still in it.
Now,
on this
I've
one,
never
yeah.
had coconut in coffee. That's something new to me. You've never had tres leches in your coffee? That's new.
I did have a tres leches creamer once,
Oh.
and I used that, and
So-
it was good.
I'm curious the idea behind it. How did you come up with that?
So I'm from Venezuela, and we have a lot of snacks. Like back home,
Yes.
that's the thing, right?
Meriendas,
Sure.
right?
Yeah, we have meriendas and candy bars. So
Meriendas is candy bars.
like midday snacks.
Oh, midday snacks.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Merienda, yes. So cocosete is actually the name of a wafer from back home. So when I went to Texas Coffee School to become a barista, so I'm a certified barista.
Wow.
And when I was creating combinations, I came out with this one. And also my second trainer, because I have a couple of trainings in, he suggested it, and he called it alfajores, which is like a cookie with dulce de leche in between, and then it's rolled in coconut flakes. But when I tasted it, it gave me flashbacks of my childhood candy or my favorite snack. So cocosete it is. So I call it cocosete, so it's our cocosete latte. It has
It kind of rings. Cocosete latte.
yes.
It's got like
So-
Gina Rodriguez.
That's right.
Yeah, all of our coffees are double shotted coffee, and that one can be substituted with almond or oat, so I can have my vegetarian vegans to try the coffee.
And
too.
you really
Yes.
catered to all the different food culture clubs and
bien sabroso.
all that stuff. You
So
do gluten. You do a lot of specialty orders for a lot of folks in the area, right?
Correct. So our empanadas and arepas can be gluten free, and also I have vegetarian and vegan options for my special people.
Awesome.
My best friend is vegan, so I always come up with something for her to eat at my house.
Right.
So vegan is like vegetables, and creating something like that is always fun to do because I know somebody's gonna like it.
Yeah, and you told me about all the stuff you do, and you're just doing it anyway now. I mean, I think it's just there's something that you've got as a catered dish or a rotating dish
Yes.
on a regular basis.
So we back in January we started doing almost like weekly basis different countries and flavors. We try Indian food, we try Italian food. Unfortunately, we had to stop because sales. we gotta sales get sales in, but it was fun
Right.
trying to make all of those dishes and people liking it and enjoying different things. It makes people try different things, open their mind about flavors, which is something that I grew up with. We grew
Yeah.
up with different flavors. In our community, we have a lot of immigrants for different countries. We have people they came to our country after the wars. So we have a lot of Italians, a lot of Middle Easterns.
I don't think no matter how many Italians, Middle Easterns, Venezuelans, or Hondurans that we can fit in Texas, that we're ever not going to have barbecue, beer, and burgers.
Of course, right.
Right? You'd never not have these things available.
That is so true, though.
So it's so nice to see some real dishes, integrable dishes made by folks that know what they're doing.
With different flavor, uniqueness,
Okay,
culture.
but now I've been to Oregon and I had enchiladas that did not resemble any form of enchilada that I was ever served in my entire life as a Hispanic. Right?
Okay.
And so, how can we be sure this is true Venezuelan?
Oh,
Well, first of all, purebred Venezuelan.
that's right.
Good
so
start.
you know it's
Good
authentic.
start. That's a good
La
start.
venezolana.
Wait a minute.
Venezolana.
Wait a minute.
De
Pero
nacimiento.
did the Venezuelans like it?
My Venezuelan customers love it. And they come back. And they come back for it.
It's a damn good sign.
Yes.
You know.
They come back for it.
You know, and when you say you cook Venezuelan food, what would you say? Do you cook after the pattern of your parents, or do you cook in a new style, or do you do a little American fusion?
I think it's what she likes, right? New flavor.
So
what
I
you
do
are.
a little bit of traditional because I grew up with traditional. My mom cooked traditional Venezuelan food. I think it's a thing that we all, like Mexicans,
You would think.
know,
Yes,
we plátano frito
Unless
with
you
all
moved
of
to
our
Oregon,
meals.
apparently.
That's how you go.
Because
To
those
the
ones,
north of the
I
country.
wouldn't even call those tacos. You know what I mean? That I thought was easy, right? You can even screw that up a bit and it'd still be a taco. No.
But let me tell you something about our vision in our business.
Okay.
We are a blended family. Yay for blended families.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Always. Yeah. Yes.
So I have to adapt my traditional Venezuelan cuisine to my husband kids. And that's how I started.
right.
So because they didn't like it, it was shocking for them. They never tried it before. The texture was different. So I started doing things that combine a little bit of American that they were used to and a little bit of Venezuelan. And they end up liking it. And then we end up
like
loving it at
that.
home. So everything that is on my menu, my children will eat no matter what. And if they eat it, mostly everybody will eat it.
So there's this core menu, and you can testify here and co-sign in Hispanic foods that identify mom in a restaurant, right? Our abuelitas and
Abuelitas,
that
abuelas,
and
right.
Mexico number 5. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's a difference, right?
Yes.
One would be menudo on Sunday. Number 1 on the list.
Barbacoa.
If you were barbacoa, number 2. And number 3, tamales. They really
Yes,
identify the
always.
cook.
Yes.
They can because there's a craft
It's
there.
important. Yes.
There's
to
a craft.
understand the
Correct.
culture,
And you
yes.
don't make it every day, right? It's not
No.
commonplace Mexican
No.
food, even amongst Mexicans. Right?
Exactly.
We don't serve menudo every day. It's Sundays, but the odds are good. You
Maybe,
know,
yes.
maybe, right? But the odds are best on Sundays, maybe once a month.
Exactly.
You know, no
If it's
patas.
rainy, better.
Right?
No patas. You know, but those are specific foods,
it
right?
is, it
do,
is.
Do you have any like that you
We
introduce
do.
on a rare occasion?
So we have 2 specific items that all Venezuelans eat no matter what. It is called pabellón criollo.
Okay.
And I call it in my menu Venezuelan plate or Venezuelan rice ball. It is rice, black beans, and shredded beef with fried plantains. And you can add some queso fresco and crema.
Qué rico.
It's
right? I
delicious.
love
It's
it.
very comforting. It's our comfort food.
But you'd know, any Venezuelan would know this dish.
Oh, yeah.
And what was the name again it goes by?
Pabellón criollo.
Pabellón criollo. You had it?
Bravo. No.
Look
no.
at you.
I've had arepas. That's about it.
Yes.
Okay.
Pero
So arepas is
really
another
cool.
one that's traditional. Of course, the stuffing is different depending on the region of the country or the preferences. You know, I grew up with my mom would make potato salad and put them on arepas. A lot of people don't do that back home. And they're like, I have friends coming over to dinner and my mom is making that. And it's like, what is this? It's like, I don't know. It's something that I've been eating all my life. I thought you knew about this. But it is delicious. You can put anything that you think.
Yeah.
Korean barbecue. You can do spicy meats and pork and Cuban, and it doesn't matter.
Okay.
The arepa is the core of that meal.
Right, the
Yeah.
foundation. So give me an example, American Venezuelan cuisine,
So,
based on your kids too.
based
What
on
do
my
they
kids,
like? Yeah.
So the plantains. My kids don't like the sweet plantains too much, like the ripened plantains. So I can do, which is not American, but it could be like Puerto Ricans. We do tostones. We can
Tostones, yeah.
accompany those with tostones, and we replace those.
Was it like a fried one, right?
It is fried. The green plantain is fried, smashed, and then refried. So, you can never go wrong with refried.
Yeah. That's how you
Again
know
and
it's
again
good.
and again.
It's always fun to eat.
And is
though.
it served with
Not good for
ranch?
your arteries, but it's good to eat.
It's good with ranch.
Yeah, it's good with anything. I would say
Exactly,
you can
yeah.
use it as a bread for Italians. You know, you can scoop your food with it, and it's just delicious.
Well, we do have a few things, and we're going to see if production can show a little bit of the pictures you gave us to tell us about some of that food.
Okay.
And some of the dishes, and they're probably flashing that on the screen here and there right now. And you what would you say is your top seller there at your blended bistro?
So my top seller, because it's quick, all my food is made to order. My empanadas are not, well, that's the burgers. But the empanadas
your
are
Instagram
not
channel, right?
frozen.
Yeah.
Yes.
You make those, right?
We
You
make those fresh. Actually, the original is my mother. She still makes the dough for me.
Oh, that's really
She's
cool.
the original.
That's one of a
That's
kind.
the arepa.
Qué rico.
That has shredded beef,
And that was
queso
the
amarillo,
traditional
and
dish.
avocado. So you can stuff it with anything that you feel like putting in there.
Sure. Okay.
That's my breakfast bowl. It has some wasacaca on top, which is like a avocado sauce.
Yum. So where can we find you? I'm intrigued. ¿Dónde estás?
I do have my tacos for my Mexican lovers, but they have a Venezuelan twist to it. We have something called perico, and it's fried like sauté onions with garlics and tomatoes, and then you mix them with the eggs, and then you put them in there.
Yum.
I make all kinds of
Delish.
things for my customers. It's just depending on what I'm doing. If it's in a special event,
And
we
crazy
do
drinks?
cater a lot for. Yeah, those are where the sliders. They're no longer in the menu, but
What's the
all
dish
my
with
breads
eggs
are
and chips and
Migas.
Migas. Your dish look like migas. The
correct.
Oh,
It's
chilaquiles.
very similar.
Yeah,
It's
chilaquiles,
very similar.
very similar dish.
Yes.
Right.
What do you add that's different to that dish?
So it's just sauté veggies and the eggs.
I see. Okay, that's
So it
different.
doesn't have
Yeah.
any beef, but you can also add sausage or bacon
Right.
or ham. We have all the options.
I see. Okay.
That is a favorite within the Republican Ranch customers. They love the breakfast ball.
Yum. What's
And
in it?
It is country potatoes, and then I put breakfast sausage on top with eggs, however you like them, and I drizzle that with a sriracha chipotle
And Republic
mayo.
Grand Ranch is out there off 1097. It's the Patent Properties Development.
Correct. Yes.
Right past Tanyard Road there. Sure. Wonderful place, gorgeous properties. And they're the same folks that built Texas Grand Ranch out in New Waverly.
Correct. It's the same developer.
family, yeah.
Welcome to real estate.
Yeah, and you do a lot with them. You did the benefit for the new owners appreciation, I think it was. I'm
Correct.
not sure the title.
Last Saturday they did the owners appreciation. They do it every summer, and they also do one for Christmas.
Good friends of mine over there. I hate to encroach on Michael Berry's territory, so I'll stay away from that. But he gets mad.
You have to say it.
I'm kidding.
You
He
have to
does
say it.
not. Michael's a good guy. But he definitely has helped a lot over there. And the Wounded Warrior campaign with Morgan Luttrell and several others that take their support there at Republican Texas Grand Ranch real serious. And so do we. The Wounded Warrior Foundation, I'm sure, appreciates every home purchase they get a donation
Absolutely.
made.
There's always kudos.
There's all
Kudos to
kinds
them
of
and
stuff over there
their
that they've
creativity,
been
right.
doing. Yeah, and like we said before, the billboard doesn't help anyone. It's always good to help a cause and help your business at the same time. I feel like that's just a really good way to do business. If you help someone every nickel, well, I know that's not possible, but it's good to try. It's good to make those efforts.
Absolutely.
And that was creative. I mean, the Wounded Warrior Foundation, and I didn't know Morgan Luttrell's family lives out that way, and I had no idea. And they showed me. I think his grandmother's home is on the property tour. You
That's so
pass by it
special. I
on the
love
way to
it. Oh,
Texas
that's
Grand
awesome. I
Ranch.
love it,
Yeah.
Very nice.
But I know you work with those guys. But tell me a little bit about the Woodlands Market Days. What's it
So
called?
we visit the Woodlands Farmers Market. Out of,
Farmers Market,
Yeah,
okay.
they are off Grogan's Mill. They've been open quite a bit. I think around 7 years, if I'm not mistaken. So they're very well established.
Right.
Yeah, they have their bearings. They know what they're doing. They keep it going, and they have live music on Saturdays.
Oh, cool. That's fun.
Yeah.
Is it just one day
it's always
event,
fun.
or is it the
It
whole
is
week?
no, it's only Saturdays, but it's every Saturday of the year except for if it falls on Christmas or New Year's, then it's suspended.
So it's 52.
Almost.
Give or take, yeah.
Last Saturday, the 29th, it was closed because they had a golf tournament.
Yes.
Ironman?
Around, Ironman. No, the Ironman,
the
no, the
race?
golf.
The golf. Oh, yeah, they did that. Yeah. That's what
Yeah, the 29th.
Taylor
Sorry,
Fulbright, a
not
friend of
this
mine.
last Saturday, the 29th of April. So it was a big event, and it was going to be closed out, parking. So they decided not to open that day. But when
Mm-hmm. Sure.
they
Right.
do Ironmans, they marathon that goes through there,
Goes
we're
through
open.
there,
They're
yeah.
open.
And that might be good for business.
Absolutely.
So do you feel like good traffic flow there? Has it gotten better or has it gotten worse? Same.
No, we this year we had experience. I don't know what happened last year. Maybe people were coming out of the COVID situation. It wasn't as moved like a lot of customers, but this year has been crazy.
Good.
Wow.
So
Like
good.
every
And
Saturday, I gotta prepare myself when
Positive.
I go there. We're gonna be there this Saturday. We gotta prepare ourselves with
Extra
drinks,
empanadas.
extra everything because people have been very,
Arepas.
very responsive to us.
That's great.
And
That's
they love. Actually, they
awesome.
look forward to seeing us there. They ask, "When are you coming back?"
Oh,
And there's
good.
a few regulars vendors that they wait for us to come in just to try our
Right.
tacos because they love our tacos, our breakfast tacos.
That's
Oh,
great. You have
okay.
a great following.
Yeah,
I
so
commend you. That's awesome.
they're open during this time 9 to 1 in the summer because it's so hot. They restrict the hour. I think they start closing at 12
Gotcha.
because it's
Yeah.
extremely
There's a lot
hot.
to do out there afterwards. So come
Yeah,
and
they have
just-
all
Always.
kinds of artisans, the artisan food, handmade food. People who does candles, farmers from bee farms, a lot of produce. Like all market is full of like every
and,
other
and it's good and
vendor
busy.
is.
You see the other booths busy too.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
And we have also a wood maker. Like this guy makes benches and
Right there?
chairs. No, he doesn't make it right there,
Okay,
but
yeah,
he
yeah.
comes and
For
it's all
display, I'm sure,
handmade.
right?
So let me ask you this: when the band's playing, do you ever hear one that you like really, really, really wish you could be over there?
And dance. Right.
Do you ever hear that? Do you ever hear,
Mostly
like,
when
yeah,
they
are you ever
bring
tapping?
when they bring the Hispanic ones, the Latin
Oh,
ones. I'm like
yeah.
dancing in the trailer, and my husband's like, "What are you doing?" It's like, "The music is good today."
Your husband works
That's
with you as well.
Oh yes, he does.
Okay,
He's
cool.
a must. in
He's
my
a
family.
must.
He have to work
So
Saturdays.
let me ask you a question
Right.
now. How many kids do you have?
So we have total 4 kids.
4 kids. 2
Two
years,
of them
2
are
years.
about to be 18 and 19
Now
out of
they're
the
yours.
house. They don't live with us anymore, but they were with us for about 8 years. We've been married 9, so pretty good time to be with the blended family. Now that we only have left the 13, about to be 13 and 9. I'm sorry, she's 8 going on like 18.
Yeah. Yes.
Is a girl. Do you have girls?
I have 2 girls
Yeah,
and 1
you
boy.
do, right? I have 2 boys and a girl.
Okay.
So
Well,
I love
we'll
it.
just,
I understand.
You know, I did get a little something for Mother's Day for you girls, and then this is.
Oh,
it's from
yeah.
me, but
Feliz Dia de las Madres. Let's see.
I shop at almost August, so you know my friend's over there, and
Oh, I love her. She's adorable.
Yes, and she told me about both y'all. Check it out. check
Okay,
it
all
out.
right. We'll
Happy
open
Mother's
it.
Day. I'm gonna
Oh
drink
my
your
gosh,
coffee.
Oye. Oye, qué lindo. Look at this.
Beautiful wrapping.
Oh my god.
She makes all that stuff herself there. Pretty
She
cool little
does?
place. Yeah.
Oh, like with her business cards. Does it smell?
It's a
I would
candle.
Oh, yeah.
assume. It says ellipticus.
Miracle
Eucalyptus.
City.
Smell it.
Eucalyptus fresh basil. Very beautiful. Gracias, Armando. Thank you so
You're-
much.
You're welcome. You're
You're
welcome.
awesome.
Very
Thank you.
nice.
She helped me make some good choices. She,
Feliz Dia de las
I was like,
Madres
I don't
to
know.
us.
Everything
She
in
has
that
an
store.
awesome container.
Right.
Yeah,
Everything
I
in that
love
place
it.
smells
Okay,
amazing.
and what is this?
I think those are just incense sticks. I don't know. You gotta kind of.
Yeah, I see some.
Let me see one.
It smells like a stick.
It
No.
looks like a match.
I have to
No,
like
it's
turn
a
it on.
match for your candle.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a match.
It's
yeah.
a match for the
Okay,
candle.
okay.
Those
So
are just
different
cool
colors.
matches.
That's so
I
cool. Look,
love
mine
it,
has a black
Liz.
tip.
Oh well, look at yours.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Neat.
Thank
Sorry, you're
you
welcome.
so
Happy
much.
Mother's Day, ladies.
Because we are well deserved on Mother's Day. We need to be spoiled on Sunday.
It is Mother's Day, and you know,
Thank you.
my mother's passed, but you know, we always think about her, always remember her,
Yes,
and
yes.
you know, still mom. You know,
It is.
Always.
And the legacy always is always there. It never dies. And
Yeah.
you need to
Never.
pass it on to your children.
and the
Exactly,
boys need to
I
know
agree.
that they got to buy the ladies something nice for Mother's Day. So
Oh,
if they're a mom, if not, then you don't have to.
Yes. Thank you, Armando.
I just want to
Very
make sure I
nice
let
gesture.
those fellas off the hook. You know, the rest
If you
of them.
can do it. Yes. Absolutely.
Just stick to mom. But so you brought some stuff for us to try.
Correct.
I figured I'd be first on the gift giving before we eat all our
Yes,
empanadas like
yes,
we're starving.
With the cafecito.
Oh my goodness.
Oye, qué rico. Okay, one is chicken, one is beef.
She's gonna cut it.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
I could get half.
The vegan and vegetarian option.
Okay.
I don't believe in it.
You don't.
Really?
No.
Sorry.
I
Okay.
think everybody should have a balance. I like a balanced diet.
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree.
believe
I agree with that.
balanced diet.
Sometimes your veggies, sometimes your salads, sometimes your chicken, your fish, your beef. But a ver.
This is certainly a balanced coffee.
Okay.
Here, this thing's ridiculously
Uy, qué
good.
rico. Okay. A ver,
The
napkin.
tres leches was
Pa' que no
good.
haya
You said you
mugrero.
put 2 shots of espresso in this coffee?
It's really good coffee, right?
Super good, yeah.
Okay.
Those are, you need to try them with the sauce.
It
Oh
looks
my
like a little
God, a
tzatziki.
ver.
What is that?
So we
No,
call
this
that
is pollo.
tartara sauce.
Tatara?
It's like a tartar sauce.
Oh, okay.
But that one is handmade, so we made it. I make those. Oh, I'm sorry, those are juicy. Here,
God, on your jacket.
Careful.
Oh my God, it's so good.
It's on your jacket there. No.
So
Wait,
it's just
that's
depending on
good.
what you like. If you like chicken more than beef, I mean, I'm a beef person, so I'm always recommending the beef. But the chicken lover,
God.
they said that this is the best chicken they ever tried.
This is really good. Tiene un sazón. Okay, tell us what's in it. What spices are in it?
So I do spices, no spicy. Nothing in my food is spicy except for my sriracha mayo, homemade mayo.
God. Very good.
Little garlic, little comino.
So it has like the sauce base is all vegetable, and all my meats are not greasy at all. So you're not gonna find bad quality meats in my food.
And the dough. This is the dough that your mom makes?
That's the dough that my mom makes. I hope she's listening.
Oh, well, you need to like send it to her.
I know I can
Mom,
talk
listen
about
to
my
the
mom like this
recording.
because
Gracias, señora. What's
I'm
your
gonna
mom
go
name?
like have a knot in my throat and cry. But my mom is amazing. She is very helpful, even when she's on her
so
worst
sweet.
time health wise.
She's still there for you.
Still there for us.
What is her name?
Nelly
Nelly. Gracias, señora Nelly.
is delicious.
Gracias, Nelly.
She also makes the bread because all the breads that I will use in the trailer are homemade.
And you can feel free to cry if you'd like.
No, I'm not gonna cry.
Go ahead.
I'm
I
good
mean, go
now.
ahead.
I'm good now. I got makeup on.
Our ratings go to the roof if she starts crying.
But she is. So the sauce that I make for this, my mom taught me how to make, and I deviated a little bit.
Like tartar sauce to me. Why'd you call it that?
Okay, because
Dill?
it's
'Cause it got dill in
tartara, and that's what we accompany with our fried empanadas back home.
It does
So
not
it
taste
has-
like tartar sauce. I like
It's
this.
cilantro, parsley, and a few other things that I can't say because it's part of the secret family recipe.
Okay.
But even my people who does not like cilantro, because there are people that come and say, has cilantro, I don't want to try it. And then I said, just try it a
right.
little bit. It does not taste like cilantro only. So you can't, it's a well-balanced sauce. I call it well-balanced. Of course, I'm never going to talk about my food, but I try
really
to
good.
cater for everybody. And I have encountered, and I talked to you about that, I have encountered people that says, I don't like this texture. And it's not, it doesn't taste bad. It's just I don't like the texture. And that's totally fine, too.
Yeah.
We have other things to try. We have a deep fried waffle Monte Cristo sandwich. So if you like
have
Monte
a
Cristo,
deep-fried waffle Monte Cristo sandwich.
yes. So if you like Monte Cristos and you have tried them the regular way, you got to try the deep fried waffle from our trailer. It's a must.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's delicious.
And where's the trailer normally? Right.
So
like Monday
we
through Friday
normally
kind of thing.
park to permanently. Oh, well, we'll try to be consistent where we park.
Right.
Tuesday to Friday, 8 to 2. We park at 539 North Fraser. So we are right off of Phillips and right next to Barbara's Resale Shop. A lot of people know Barbara's Resale Shop. I think it's been there. I'm new to Conroe. We've been here only 3 years. So I think it's been there for a little bit so people know as a reference that.
I was in a Lyft the other day, and just yesterday, and the driver was chatting with me about, he was new to the area and asked me about what favorite foods I had in regards to Tex-Mex, barbecue.
Right.
And I said, well, yeah, tell him my favorites. And then he said, what would you suggest about like Honduran or Venezuelan food? And I was like, well, man, I don't even know exactly where to find these places, you know.
No,
so
well, you know where to find me now.
I do. And he pointed
Absolutely.
out, he did point out a Honduran place there on Fraser, I believe. No, 105 on this side, the east side of
Right.
45. And it was over there by the churches and the resale shop, and there's a Pioneer Dentistry in there. He pointed over in that area.
Okay.
And I honestly don't know what it was he was pointing, but he said he said it was Honduran food, right?
Okay.
And it was
We'll
really
find
good, and I
out.
needed to try it.
Right.
And he goes, but if you want the best Venezuelan food in Conroe, he pointed to the other side of the street, and he said there's this, I don't know where it's at. It's this black food truck. It's really clean. It's nice. Lady's got blonde hair. It's really short. And I said, Ari? And he's like, yeah, that's her.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, that was
That
totally
is
random. And I was
fantastic to
like,
hear.
I did so much show tomorrow.
That's how he found you, right?
No, well, that was after we'd already talked. I was like, this guy just called her out. It was natural. You know what I mean? He picked the best Venezuelan food in town, and that's the one and just for it to be so random, I found that either there is no other Venezuelan foods, or you're truly the best of the best of the best.
There's
Well.
not much, right?
Not in this area. I haven't. You will find a little bit of maybe Puerto Rican combined with Cuban and Mexican, the combinations, those fusions. But there's not a lot of Venezuelan on this side of Conroe. You might be able to find them on that Gosling. I think there's a food truck park full of Venezuelan food trucks.
Yeah.
Right.
And of course, towards Houston, you're always going to find Venezuelan food trucks. And actually, when I used to live in Houston, there was one in a gas station open late after clubs. You found those.
2 a.m.
And it was good.
It was delicious.
It was good.
Great arepas, great empanadas. I can't remember the name of it. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think I found another Venezuelan.
Well, I do appreciate the fact that you're local and the food is
Right.
quality food and there's stuff that people can count on. You know what I mean? I do love your coffee. I guess it pairs well with your breakfast offering that you have there on a regular basis. And
Yeah, we have fresh lemonades too. I believe look, I grew up with my mom thinking that Kool-Aid will give you cancer. Yeah, she would not. We live close to a mission.
I love it. It's
A
so
mission
cute.
area.
Yes,
So we
yes.
had a lot of Americans. They will bring, Tang and one of those Kool-Aids and flavor drinks because they're cheap and they're easy to make and they serve a big crowd. And my mom have forbidden us to try those drinks. We never had Kool-Aid until we were grown. We didn't know what Kool-Aid was until
Right.
I was, I think, here in the state that I finally tried one time. But I now that I'm a mom, I understand now the benefits of cooking from scratch and no
Yeah.
preservative.
Exactly.
And look, my kids very rarely get sick. Actually,
That's good.
my pediatrician texted me the other day, "Are your kids okay? Because you don't." You haven't brought them in here. He's like,
it does
"They
build
haven't been
stronger
sick."
children. It fortifies the body. It
So,
really does.
so I believe that everybody else should have a good meal and come from scratch. And I know that sometimes some restaurants have to
typical.
cut corners for cost effect, but I don't believe in that.
Yeah.
I think you can still serve a good meal. Those two empanadas will fill
It
you
demands
up.
volume, though. I mean, one of the things,
Absolutely.
one of the there's pros and cons to working an all-natural agenda. I mean, I can buy a cheap store-bought loaf for 88 cents of bread, and it'll last 4 or 5 weeks.
No.
I make my own bread. It barely makes a week. So how do you
gotta freeze it.
handle
No.
these kind of
Yes,
situations?
that's exactly what you do. So bread is better. In culinary school, that's what they teach you. If you make fresh bread, you put it in the freezer. Do not leave it. Actually, do not leave it in the refrigerator because it goes stale. The refrigerator absorbs all the moist out of there. When you freeze
Right.
it and you take it out, it's almost like fresh bread again.
Is it?
Yes.
Cool.
So if you make bread and you make like a
do.
big batch, go ahead and put it in the freezer. Use what you're gonna keep out what you're gonna use that week,
Yeah.
and then before your last ration ends or portion
Right.
ends, take the other one. It literally takes about 30 minutes, media hora.
But having some volume really averts these problems altogether. So you stay busy, right?
We do stay busy, mostly on the weekends. During the week, we still have it's good to. Honestly, I'm grateful for what I do right now during the week. Otherwise, I would not have a life. Because when I'm prepping for big events like Republic Grand Ranch that I'm expecting 100, 300 people, I'm cooking until 1, 2 in the morning.
Right.
And they
right,
have
I
to be
bet.
fresh because we are very small and we don't have our commercial stuff is not as big as a big restaurant or hotel that can
Exactly.
prep for 300-500 people. We can't do that. We have a limited space because we're a small business.
And when
Right.
you're down the Woodlands Waterway, do you ever see anybody dancing?
Yeah, they do. Kids, they have.
The adults, do you ever see the adults dancing?
Some of them they do
Right.
dance
How
with their
often?
kids, and once in a while you see a Hispanic dancing to the music. They try to bring local musicians. That's
Yeah.
what they do,
Yeah.
and I love that about them.
right,
Local
right.
artists,
Very,
local artisan, local musicians. The Woodlands Farmers Market is one of my favorite markets to visit. Not only to sell my food and my coffee and my drinks, but actually I walk around when we're a little slow. I walk around, buy stuff from them. The honey that I serve in my trailer, I buy it at the farmer's market.
Oh, wow.
Me and my
Nice.
sister both went to the same festival and didn't know it. And then when we got home, we spoke about it. She bought vanilla paste and I bought vanilla sugar. from the same booth. We just got different types of
Taste and
vanilla.
sugar. Nice.
Yeah, we're like, how did we both?
But you
do
thought
Right?
that vendor was interesting that you got
we both
food. Yeah.
gravitated to the same vendor, and we bought
Right.
both bought from it out of 50 vendors that we both purchased at one booth. It's very interesting how those things work, and how, and it helps me see how one vendor could love the event and another could not at all.
Right.
We didn't get any business in here, and then the next guy next to him, oh my gosh, we sold everything. It's like,
And we have those days too.
You know.
Sometimes when
I'm sure, yeah.
there is other food trucks that have bigger names, they're franchises.
Right.
People get to gravitate to what they know.
Yeah.
So when
Right.
they are at the farmers market, we don't do that great because they gravitate towards lobster.
Right. Yeah.
They gravitate
Others, yeah.
over other people that has those big names out there that they've been in the radio, TV shows.
Right.
We don't. When they come,
so
it's
now
fine.
Blended
It's not a-
Bistro's been on the radio and TV shows.
Now
you're
we
the
are.
Big,
You are.
you're the big thing.
So when are you open? Like Monday through Sunday? Or?
So we open Monday through Friday over here, and on Saturdays we move around. So my followers actually do follow my Instagram
But for the
and my
most part of
Facebook.
the time, you're here, right?
Yes, I am here. I do not move
What's
unless
the
that I
address
have a
again?
repair. Tuesday through Friday, 8 to 2
8 to 2.
And
that's
then we're
here
starting dinner.
on Fraser.
on Fridays.
What's the address here for the one here? in
539 North Fraser.
town? 539 North Fraser. And then
Nice.
you're going to be doing dinners on Fridays.
Yes.
And we can follow you online. Where can we see you?
Well, you can find me on Facebook and Instagram. Those are the best way to
Okay.
be
Facebook
updated on where I'm at.
/ Blended Bistro.
Instagram is Blended Bistro, and Facebook will be Our Blended Bistro.
Got it. All right.
This
'Cause
has
it's
to be
our-
the best coffee with coconut. I swear to you.
Hey, what's in that other box
So
before we
yummy.
cut you loose?
All right,
Go back
so-
up. I'm like, wait a minute.
Gina
Yes.
mentioned the arepa. So I cut 4 pieces of a big one. So this is an actual size that I serve for one person.
That's big.
And
Yeah.
it comes with a salad and fruit.
That's for one person.
Yes. So you better be hungry when you order
Well,
this.
I wanted to show it off so you can kind
But
of
you,
hold
you
it
can
so
always
you can
ask me to cut it to share,
Right,
okay?
right, right.
I don't see that, but I want to eat it when you're not looking. Yeah, no, you can't.
La arepa.
Arepa. That's made with shredded beef.
Oh my goodness! And the bread is made. How do you make that bread? That
So it's
tortilla
a
bread.
cornmeal.
It is a cornmeal.
Yeah.
isn't it?
So
I can
we
tell.
do the masa right there in the trailer. Nothing is frozen.
the little push
No,
thing,
fresh.
or
No. We made
You
it by
roll
hand.
it?
We roll it and make it by hand.
Okay.
Like this.
Have you never seen arepas? YouTube
Arepita
it.
de manteca. Yes.
I got the little thing I make my tortillas with.
No.
You know the.
We don't.
No.
We
the
can't use
crank-
those.
No,
Why
señor.
not?
Con la mano,
It
right?
wouldn't be arepas then.
You
They
have
would
to
be
use your
tortillas.
hand. You have to use
Oh
your
yeah, you're right. It would be tortillas. 'Cause
Did-
I was about to say
Yes.
that's how I make a
This
tortilla.
is the way so I didn't get to ever meet my grandmother. My mom's mom passed away when I was a baby.
And happy
But
Mother's Day to her.
I got to meet my great grandmother. She died when she was 105.
Happy Mother's Day to her.
Yes,
Wow.
she's
So
amazing.
many
She was
mothers.
amazing. And mira, she was blind, and she would make these arepas all evenly the same size.
Really?
Yes.
That's
That's
outstanding.
phenomenal.
So I learned how to make my big arepas, and people, even Venezuelans say, "Oh my gosh, your arepas are humongous." They are.
They are big.
I don't spare on that.
They are big.
I
Yeah.
know.
I do cater, and when I cater, I make them smaller.
Okay.
Yes, they're big.
Well,
Gracias.
I thank you
Oh my
so
gosh.
much, Audie, for
So
coming and bringing us
cool,
this. And
Audie.
happy
Thank
Mother's
you.
Day
Oh,
to
thank
you.
you.
And-
Gracias. Que
Feliz
la
Día de las
disfruten.
Madres. Gracias.
Gracias.
And I know we're gonna make our way over to your trucks, and you'll see us out there going like this, like kids at an ice cream truck. You
Selfie.
know,
Yes.
we'll see you soon. Happy Mother's Day to you, and guys, we'll be right back after this. More from the Texas Ticket. You just hold on. We'll be right back.
Lone Star Radio on my mind.
Every Friday, tune into Texas Ticket on Conroe's 104.5 and 106.1 FM with Armando Nino of Golakeconroe, focusing on Montgomery County area events and places. Get a feel of the Texas spirit at the event, paired with guest and vendor interviews, event coverage, and ticket giveaways, and so much more. Join us Fridays and punch your Texas ticket. For more information on the show, visit irlonestar.com/Texas Ticket.
Welcome back to the Texas Ticket. It's Armando with Gina Rodriguez.
Gracias. Gina Magali Rodriguez a la orden.
And welcome back. We're going to go over the Punch Your Texas Ticket segment of the show, which is really about finding some Texas stuff where you can go get it punched. And then, we've added a lot of local stuff that probably may or may not be so Texan.
Of course.
Like
who
Mother's
is?
Day's not a Texan holiday.
But it's Mother's Day. It's a celebration.
Absolutely. And what kind of Texan would you be if you didn't love your mom? You know,
exactly.
I mean, so
Absolutely.
there's
No.
that. You know, there's
Definitely.
that. So I guess it makes it kind of Texan, but we can't
Yes.
claim that one. I mean, you know, other people celebrate Mother's Day around the
Mother's
world.
Day is special.
It is. It's just not
meaningful,
Texan.
It's quiet. It's nice. It doesn't have to be Texan. It's just from the heart.
Okay, and you know, there's that, and then there's
Yes.
you know a lot of other things coming up where you can punch your Texas ticket that are Texas orientated events that I'm really glad to bring to the table and that we dig around for.
Yes.
But you know, I just didn't see a lot of that. I'm looking at things like the Michael Jackson tribute band going off over there at Bernhardt right now is my number one priority, and that's happening, and it's in our event spotlight. And
Yes.
so I wanted to bring that up again, and that's a Michael Jackson tribute band, which was level 1 or is level 1. Because then when I saw level 1 last time, it was a band. They played lots of different songs from different types of genres of music that was funk and
Okay.
soul and some other. But now it's listed and labeled at Bernhardt as and I can read right here, Michael Jackson tribute band. And I think on our last episode, I mentioned that
You did,
the
yeah.
Michael Jackson segment was my favorite part. And now it's the whole show. I guess it's other people's favorite part too,
Well, that's great.
because they
Yeah,
went from the
absolutely.
band to the Michael Jackson tribute band.
Are you gonna go?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, we're gonna go out and cover that with Golakeconroe. We cover most of the really unique and one-offs, and they have a pretty neat schedule coming up over there
Good.
of
I love
of,
Bernhardt
of
Winery.
really cool either tribute bands, cover bands, or just genuine direct singer songwriters that are out there on a
Now,
regular
is this on a
basis.
Saturday or Sunday?
Sunday, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can find all that at BernhardtWinery.com.
Gotcha.
And I would suggest you look at it because I'm not really good at those notes, but I guarantee you when you're sitting in that lawn, you can look over and think that I know what I'm doing because I'll be sitting there on time with all the right stuff and a good table.
Enjoying the music.
Yeah,
drinking
like
some wine.
he must be writing this down because he sure can't remember out loud,
Yeah,
so
right.
they'll be sure whatever made us all end up to they say that the route up the mountain's different for everyone,
Always, of course.
but the view from the top is exactly the same.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, and there are people along the way, coming down the mountain
yes,
telling you, well, I went around the other side over there because there's some rocks, and then we went up through the woods, and then we went up there, and you go straight up the top from there. Then you go halfway around, there's somebody else there that tells you, well, no, I just went straight up. Oh, really? Yeah. And then you start going straight up, and you can run into somebody else. He says, no, we got dropped off. And so what'd you see when
Oh
you
my
got up
gosh.
there? But no matter
Okay.
what, the one part of the story that'll stay the same with everyone you meet is what it looked like when they got there.
Okay, gotcha.
Because it's the same, right? The view's the same at the top of the mountain. Our journey in lives will be different.
Always.
Always.
Everybody has
But the
a
view's the
different
same
life.
at the top. So
Okay.
take it for what it's worth.
I will.
And I've been drinking a lot of this really good coffee from Blended
Oh
Bistro
my
and Coffee Bar.
gosh.
I'm
2
gonna
shots of coffee, right? Espresso.
espresso, yeah.
And mine was with coconut. Oh my god, it was delicious.
That's pretty tasty.
Highly recommended. But anyhow,
Speaking of great beverages, you've got an event coming up
Yes.
that's near and dear to my heart too, and I know close to
Yes.
your work.
so I'd like to say on behalf of One Property Group, we're going on our 3rd annual Biz and Booze networking event. And one of the things that I like to say is that I love networking with so many different businesses because it is in our industry, real estate. Okay, I'm a realtor, and we always need referrals, lists of so many people that are professional in the field, so we can not only confide in them, but they can take care of our customers. So it is Thursday, May 18th, from 5 to 7 at Kirby's Ice House in the Woodlands. So let me tell you who's all going to be there as far as our sponsors. Are you ready for this?
Goosehead Insurance.
Yes.
I knew
Goosehead
it. Alamo
Insurance.
Title.
Wait.
No, I know they're
Okay,
coming.
hold on.
I know. I already know.
So yes, first of all, Goosehead Insurance
"No, don't
with El Señor Chris Diamond, Alamo Title.
Really?
With Miss Karen Hoffman, and then we have
Is
Monica.
that Karen Hoffman, the connector?
Yes, the connector. If you don't know the connector, you need to get to know the connector and follow her on
the
Facebook. She's
Connector.
phenomenal. I love her. We have Monica Brasovsky, our broker for One Property Group, along with Not only Baron Stewart with Renovation Sales, but Merritt Glenn with Union Mortgage. Now, another one is Mr. Jeremy Cowell with Magnolia Home Inspection Services. And last but not least, Mr. Victor Brisowski with Houston Window Coverings.
Who does that home inspection? Who's that guy? You said it's
El Señor Jeremy Cowell with
Jeremy Cowell. Yeah.
Magnolia Home Inspection. The 18th of May on a Thursday from 5 to 7 at Kirby's Ice House. What else you got, Armando?
He reminded me of that their logo reminds me of a nonprofit. So I was like, thought there was like a helping hands thing.
No.
You know, because it's got a home with the helping hands on it. So I thought it was like he's like a home help program. You know, like it's a outreach program.
No, señor.
But he's home inspection, which
Home
makes sense
inspection.
too. I mean, if he just had the pretense, you know,
Every
and
home needs an inspector.
it just
So,
looks like it should be followed by a .org. You know,
not
That's what
this
I was
one.
thinking.
So, what else you got?
So Biz and Booze
Yes.
is in the Woodlands. It's at
Yes.
Kirby's Ice House.
Yes.
It's going to be Thursday.
Yes, the
And
third
everybody's going to be there.
Biz and Booze networking events with One Property Group.
Did you say the third?
Yeah, no, the third annual, but it's
Oh,
on
the
the
third
18th
annual.
of May.
Okay.
Yes,
Yep.
sir.
Okay, 18th of May at Kirby's Ice House.
Yes.
Fantastic.
So,
And we'll put some notes down there and talk about that.
Yes,
You were
always.
talking about those guys. You said band you were crazy about growing up. The only one that ever made you dance in the kitchen like that. You were saying something about,
the band.
yeah, you're going to see them at Cynthia Mitchell Woods Pavilion or something.
Are you talking about the Dave and Matthews Band?
That's exactly what I was talking
Okay.
about. When are
Good
they coming?
transition,
When
sir.
are they coming?
So they're coming Friday, May 19th. So after Biz and Booze, come
Hmm.
on out and go to the Cynthia, which is Cynthia
Really?
Woods Mitchell Pavilion, 7:30 to 11:30. Go see the Dave Matthews Band.
What's your name? Who's your daddy? Yeah.
God, it's
Had you seen them? They were
phenomenal.
at that Red Rock place, and they did some weird covers, and they have a little brass in the band. They have some other
Right.
instruments that are unique to Dave Matthews
Just
and his band.
phenomenal.
And I-
Every show is wonderful.
I think our genre loves it more than most. You know, our age bracket does. You know, and it's so crazy because
Absolutely.
you know Dave Matthews kind of ages me. I can always tell how old I am based on Dave Matthews' age. You know,
No,
how old's
not at
Dave
all.
right now? You know,
I
that
don't
kind
know.
of makes me understand where I sit in the world. You know,
But it's top notch no matter what. Every concert that he's done, it's great. It's phenomenal. It's fun. It's energetic. Highly would recommend if you have never seen Dave Matthews Band.
well, you know, tonight at 202 in North Main, Zach Johnson will be playing. Tomorrow is the Cannon Brand release party at the same place.
All right.
So he's got a new album release comes out tomorrow. We're looking forward to hearing what Cannon Brand's got shaking for us.
Nice.
But I think on that he'll have that trucking song with Justin Lane Gates that he sings. Some trucking
Which
song.
one?
It's out now. You can hear the song.
Okay.
But it's
I haven't heard it.
we heard it at Crossroads when they both played live, and he brought it up to us. And then he came here and he didn't play it. And when Justin Lane was on the show, but I heard him play it at Breakwater Grill in Walden, which is also another great site for a
Right.
buffet. If you can't make it to Galveston, you go get the Sunday brunch at the Walden Yacht Club there
For Mother's
for
Day.
Mother's Day. Yeah, this
Nice.
Sunday. Another really good option. I mean, it's very nice. It's open to the public. You can go out there and get that.
Okay.
From 9 to 2, 10 to 2. Prices may vary. Call in advance. Check out walden.com.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Table at Medley Honorable. Sleepy Ray. Sleepy Ray is going to be at Table at Medley.
Yes.
That is June 2nd.
Oh, wow. That's next month. Okay.
I just don't want anybody to miss that. If you and I put up Honorable Reverend Ray's video clip when he was sitting right here in this corner with us, and he just tore it
I
up.
saw that.
Did you see it?
Yes,
Did you see
yes,
it?
good
Did you hear me
job. I
yell in the
saw it.
background?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, that was me.
Oh, my God.
I was in his song, and he got after it. See how fast he moves?
Yes. I can't believe you took that. That's such a great video.
He got
Seriously.
after it.
Seriously.
Yeah,
Good
so
job.
I
Kudos,
just can't believe he
Armando.
cut loose. I mean,
I
really,
love it. I love it.
I thought he was going to be all studio fence like a lion at the zoo, but no, he got
Roaring.
after it. I mean, he got after it and did his thing,
he
and
did.
really
Yes,
got real
he did.
comfortable real quick. Like he's been on stage
Right.
many, many times, and the professionals comes out. I mean, sometimes you put folks in an odd atmosphere. They have the different reaction. They sing a little different than
There's
they
something
would.
about this room here.
They sing different than other places.
They do.
Yeah,
It's nice.
It's like
It's
get natural, get
personable.
after it,
Absolutely.
I want to break that, and he did it. He
Right.
just went, man, and I was really surprised. When I asked Keith Kruger at 202 North Main when he had him on for Easter a couple of years back, he came for the Easter buffet brunch or menu that they were serving there.
Right.
And I'm like, who do you have? He goes, Honorable Sleepy Reverend Sleepy Ray. And I'm like, what? What kind of music does he play? And he goes, I don't know, all kinds. Is it fun? Is it good? Oh, he's going to blow the roof off this place.
Wow.
And I was like, I just thought that was, something people say they're trying to fill the seats in this place.
Yes,
No,
yes,
I
yes.
heard the guy. No, we tested him. He put him to the test.
Well, good.
Yeah,
I mean,
he passed.
I'm glad I was able to see that. Good job. Good
And you
job
catch
on that
Zach
recording.
Johnson at Red Brick Tavern on the 22nd.
Okay.
I actually think he's going to be there the 15th as well, but I'm not sure of that. You should
good.
check that date.
All right.
But
What else you got? What else
and
you
Morgan Ashley the 20th. She'll also be at Red Brick Tavern.
Because I still have a few.
Go ahead.
Okay, so we have the Montgomery County Go Red for Women at the Woodlands Waterway Marriott Hotel and Convention Center. That's Friday, May the 19th. And I believe it's a early day event, 10:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. And of course, we have the Monster Truck Wars. That brings me back to so many years ago when my boys loved all about the Monster Truck Wars. But that's Saturday, May the 20th. From 1 to 3 p.m. at the Lone Star Convention Center.
It's 1 to 3, really.
Yes,
it seems
1
like
to 3.
they'd really tear the place up for 4 hours.
Always.
I mean,
The Lone Star Convention Center is really good and responsible, and they have helped our community hands
I
down.
don't know how they're getting monster trucks in there.
They'll figure it out. I will tell you that.
It's got to be at the fairgrounds.
Well, probably. Maybe
Has to
Expo.
be.
Maybe. So, Margaritaville Market. Do you know that there's several dates on the calendar? So make note of this. We not only have Sunday, that already passed, but Saturday, May the 15th, 2 to 6, and Saturday, July 1st, 2 to 6. Basically, it's in the Palm Court of the area where they're showcasing from different vendors, makers showcasing their work, whatnot at Margaritaville Market.
Dang.
There you have it.
Well, I can tell you right now, I'm on a gag order right now. I'm not allowed to talk about certain things.
Okay, tell me what's going on.
Well,
What's
one of the
bothering
things I'm
you?
not allowed to talk about is the headliner for the Fall Fest out in Montgomery.
Oh Lord, here
I'm
we
not
go.
supposed to tell you who that is.
Okay, don't.
And the
Can I
other
get a
thing,
little teaser, something?
I thought that's what that was.
No, I need more than that.
Oh, wait a minute.
Something else
Okay. Well, the other thing I'm not supposed to be talking about
is
the one that's happening at Walden with the war hippies.
the good old Walden.
Walden Yacht Club.
I can't wait. When are you
There's
going
going to be a festival happening there too, and Scooter Brown's going to be there. And he's not the headliner, from what I understand. I think there's more.
Oh my God.
I'm not even sure where
can't
these
wait.
people are going to
When-
be.
when are they gonna post
That
it?
island's not big enough for Scooter Brown alone.
Oh my God.
I mean, they're going to be posting
When?
it. I
When?
don't know, but they don't really need to post it that far in advance if they got Scooter Brown and company.
Scooter Brand.
Yeah, and that's a Charlie Diggs event. You can go to Charlie Diggs Entertainment to find that and see a little bit more about it.
Okay.
But
Deal.
even that event, the headliner is still under wraps.
What?
Scooter Brown's not the headliner for this event, although he could be easily, and he could fill that place.
Okay, well, you're going to leave me hanging, I guess.
And I remember
be
they at
seen,
Walden.
find
I remember Hoffy had Johnny Lee out there at one point. I know Johnny Lee's going to be at Do-Si-Do coming up here shortly. And I know
Love
when Hoffy
Do-Si-Do.
says he's got a little something in the works, and Charlie Diggs says we're working on it, I'll let you know.
Mm-hmm.
I know something's brewing. But when I have the whole city of Montgomery telling me, shh, don't say anything, we'll do it all together.
Oh my God.
We have something special. So I would say next week you can tune into the Texas Ticket,
Okay.
Facebook.com/TX Ticket. And what we'll do is we'll work on making sure this information is readily available and we can share and let these secrets out of the bag. So if you stayed to the end of this episode, I'll tell you right now, the
Here we go.
reward at next week will be some reveals on headliners. A little bit of that insight, so you can catch that on next week's show. If you'd like to sponsor the Texas Ticket, we'd love to have you sponsor the show. You can do so at Facebook.com/TXTicket and Lone Star Community Radio's links there. You can go there and sponsor the station, any of the shows on the station. If you'd like to appear on the Texas Ticket, check us out at Facebook.com/TXTicket or call me at 409-692-5753. We'll get you on. Guys, thank you for watching. Gina, thank you.
Thanks. Always. Siempre Armandito.
Happy Mother's Day. We'll see you
Happy
next week.
Mother's Day.
Radio